Hello everyone and welcome to Kiki Crochet. In this video tutorial, we're going to learn how to crochet step by step these beautiful pine cones. Now we can make our pine cones in any size that we want. This one is worked with 15 chains. This one is worked with 25. Now you can work your pine cone with 16 chains, 17, 18, any number of chains that you want because there's no rule, no multiples or anything because we're working in every single chain of our beginning chain in order to complete our pine cone. So let's start by seeing the material that I'm going to use, and I'm using a lightweight yarn because I didn't have a thicker yarn at this color. I'm using double strand and the 4mm crochet hook. Now because I'm working I want to work a double strand because I want my pine cones to be kind of hard. So if you have a heavy weight yarn or a thicker weight yarn, use one strand, single strand, and again a 4mm crochet hook, just so your pine cone is becoming tight and hard, so it stands nice on your Christmas tree. Okay, so let's start. I have already begun with my chains and I've worked a total of 15. Okay. And what we're going to do now is I'm going to yarn over once and count 1, 2, 3 chains. Put your hook in that third chain and work 1 double crochet. Now I'm going to work a picot. In order to work a picot, I'm going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and work a slip stitch in the first out of the 3 chains that I just worked. So put your hook in that first chain, grab the yarn, pull it through the chain and through the loop that you have on your crochet hook. Now yarn over once and put your hook for a second time in the same chain stitch that I worked my first double crochet. And work again 1 double crochet. Chain 3 in order to work the picot. 1, 2, 3. And again work a slip stitch in the first chain out of the 3 that we just worked. So put your hook in the first chain, grab the yarn, pull it through the chain and through the loop from your hook. Yarn over once, put your hook for a third time in the same chain that you worked your first double crochet and work a double crochet. Now again after the double crochet I'm going to work a picot, so I'm going to chain 3 and slip stitch in the first out of the 3 chains that we just worked. Yarn over once and put your hook for a 4th and the last time in the same chain that you worked the first double crochet and work your double crochet. Now after the double crochet I'm always working a picot, so chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and work a slip stitch in the first chain stitch in the first chain that you just did. Okay, so grab the yarn through the stitch and through the loop on your hook. So I've worked a total of 4 double crochet in the same chain, and after every double crochet I've worked a picot. Now go ahead in the next chain and again we're going to work our 4 double crochet with a picot. Now put your hook for the first time in the next stitch and work 1 double crochet and a picot. So chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and slip stitch in the first out of the 3 chains that you just worked. Yarn over once, put your hook for a second time in the same chain stitch, work your double crochet and then your picot. 1, 2, 3, and slip stitch in the first chain out of the 3 that we just worked. Yarn over once, put your hook in the same chain stitch for a 3rd time and work a double crochet and chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Now in order to form our picot, work a slip stitch in the first out of the 3 chains that we just worked Then again, yarn over once and put your hook for the fourth and last time in the same chain stitch and work a double crochet and then the picot. 1, 2, 3, and slip stitch in the first out of the 3 chains that we just worked. So this is the process that you're going to work in every single chain stitch that we worked in our beginning chain, okay? So as you go through, because you're working more than one stitch in every chain, this is how your work is going to start to form. You're going to start to have a spiral, okay? And as you go through in the next stitches, this is how your spiral is going to work. It's going to turn out, and you're going to have your pine cone. So keep working for double crochet in every single chain of our foundation chain. After every double crochet, make sure you work your picot, and once you reach the last chain, work 3 double crochet and a picot after every double crochet, and work the 4th double crochet in the same stitch without working a picot. Okay, in the last double crochet, we do not want to have a picot. So once I finish working my pine cone, I'm going to turn my video back on to see how to complete it. I've worked all my double crochet and my picots, and this is what I have as a result by crocheting the 4 stitches and the picots in every single chain stitch. Okay, now after the last double crochet in the last chain, I did not work a picot as I mentioned earlier, but what I'm going to do now is, because when I hang my pine cone on my tree, I don't want to have this as a result. See how this is going to be hanging like this. So what I want to do is, as I'm holding my pine cone, I'm going to put my hook under the stitch in which the last double crochet aligns to. So it aligns on top of this stitch right over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my crochet hook under the double crochet and bring it up again, and I'm going to work a slip stitch in order to close the pine cone. Chain 1, cut the yarn pretty long because this is where we're going to hang our pine cone from, and pull the loop. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take the yarn that I just completed, and I'm going to bring it right here in the middle, in the center, where our beginning yarn is coming out from. Okay, so grab the yarn and pull it through the center. And what we're going to do now is we're going to make a knot. Okay, and this is right here, our pine cone. It's ready to hang it on your Christmas tree. You can use it in any Christmas creation, or not even Christmas. You can make a wreath just from pine cones. You can make anything that you like, anything that you prefer. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe, and if you like the video, please press like and leave a comment. Thanks again. Bye bye.